Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with a Blu-ray DVD collection update and a VHS update as well, actually. I bought a few things, had some things I pre-ordered, did a bit of Black Friday shopping, so I have a pretty decent pile of stuff here. I'll start with the VHS tapes and get these out of the way really quick here. Stopped at a thrift store, picked up some interesting, I think I found like a few interesting tapes. First one is Slam Dunk Ernest, which is apparently the 8th movie in the Ernest series, which I knew it went on for like I think about 20 movies maybe. I didn't think that there would be one where Ernest plays basketball with the help of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the famous basketball player. I mainly bought it because it's just such an oddball cover, an oddball find. Like literally, my cousin who loves all the Ernest movies has never heard of this, and never heard of this particular entry in the series, I should say. Next, I found Metallica, the live shit Binge and Purge Seattle. I guess this is one of their live performances from Seattle, and it is a heavy tape, like heavier than a normal tape. It runs for 2.5 hours. That is wild. I mainly bought it because I really like Metallica, and I did also buy their most recent album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, which I honestly really enjoyed. But oh shit. But I figured it was like 99 cents, and I'm like, I mean, a Metallica tape might not be worth much, but it's kind of cool to have. Next is a Goosebumps tape that I found for like $4. It's A Night in Terror Tower, which is really cool. I always loved this show when I was younger, and yeah, I always really liked it, and I figured since it was cheap, and since it's kind of cool and retro, it would be a cool little find to put on display. Finally, last but most certainly not least, out of my VHS pickups, is the new release from Massacre Video of Black Past on VHS. This is the first time this movie has gotten a release on any format here in the U.S., an official release, I should say. Up until now, I've had a bootleg of it, and I do have the DVD pre-ordered when that comes out. On the 13th of this month, I will be picking that up, or it'll be shipped to me once it comes out. But I got the VHS tape because I wanted it as a kind of collector piece, and the cover art on it is really nice, and I've always really enjoyed this one. This was my first Olaf Ittenbach flick I saw probably 2 or 3 years ago, back when my channel was really small and I was just recording with a fucking webcam. Look at me now, I have a flesh-eating virus and my computer's broken. Nothing's changed. Alright, on to the Blu-rays and DVDs. This is a fucking big-ass stack. Okay, let's start with the DVDs. I got Rick and Morty Season 2 on DVD because it was relatively cheap, and I think everybody has watched Rick and Morty. Everybody likes it. And I would say I'm a big fan of the series as well. It's very enjoyable, very fun show. And I couldn't find the first one. This was during Black Friday, and I found this for like $15. I couldn't find the first season at all in the store, so I just decided to grab this one. Yeah, but I love Rick and Morty. It's a show I've enjoyed since its first airing. I caught it like when it first aired, and I've loved it ever since, and I'm happy to have it. I got this was just a weird random find. It's the Wu-Tang Clan presents The Shaolin Drunkard. I know nothing about this movie. I do know that like the Wu-Tang Clan did have their own kind of like Wu-Tang Presents the series where they released kind of old martial arts films. And considering I found this in like a bucket, not a bucket, but like a basket full of DVDs that were going to get thrown away anyway, I figured it might be a decent thing to throw into the collection. I don't think it's really worth anything, but it's a decent find, and I'm not gonna knock it. These next two are also finds from that same thing. They're movies that I'm just like, why not? This one, Premonition, from like 2006. This one is, I'll be honest, it's kind of terrible. And I remember seeing it years ago and thinking it was okay. The only reason I got this is because it was basically free. It was basically handed to me. Here, take whatever you want out of this basket, it's free. And I just went ahead and grabbed it because it's another one to throw into the collection. This next one is a Tobe Hooper film, which is interesting. It's Mortuary. I know nothing about this movie. I just saw the title and the fact that it says right on the front in big letters, a Tobe Hooper film. I don't think I can trust Tobe Hooper much anymore because I did see his somewhat recent film, Jen, which was really, really, really bad. Like, beyond laughable bad. Alright, let me just... Next we got a couple black... this one's a Black Friday, I found this for like $6 at like a Target. It was The Conjuring 2. For those of you who don't know, I think I've talked about it before, but I don't like the first Conjuring movie. I think that the overuse of jump scares really spoils the atmosphere and tension that the film potentially could have. And in this one, there are jump scares, but I feel like it doesn't ruin it as much. If I had to have any problem, it's the fact that they just straight up called it The Conjuring 2 instead of the original title, which was The Conjuring 2... The Enfield Poltergeist, or just The Conjuring Enfield Poltergeist. Instead, they just have to go for the whole, it's part 2, so people will think, you gotta see the first one first, or people will be more enticed to see it. It's just a little ridiculous because it really misleads the viewer. Next is the new one from Fede Alvarez. What was that? Fede Alvarez. Don't Breathe. Saw this one on midnight screening, really, really dug it. Happy to put this one in the collection. Don't really have much to say. I personally really, really enjoyed it, and even though it initially looked like a kind of stupid movie, it's good. It's good for what it is. Next is the Blu-ray. I think this is the first U.S. Blu-ray release of this movie. From Scream Factory, Blu-ray release of David Cronenberg's one of his early films from the 70s, and I would consider it kind of a zombie movie. It's Rabid, which has the original poster artwork, and I remember watching this one a couple of years back, really liking it. I rewatched it when I got it, and yeah, no, it's pretty good. It comes with a bunch of special features, as always with Scream Factory, and the new cover art I really, really dig. And this is a classic kind of zombie horror flick. Next one's one I pre-ordered, and I didn't think I would get this with it, but I got the new Blu-ray of I Drink Your Blood. I figured this would be sold out, and it comes with a limited edition kind of fake hypodermic needle that is like limited to 2,000, I think, and I didn't think that it would be... I didn't think that it would arrive, because I know it was guaranteed if you ordered from Diabolic DVD, but I pre-ordered through Amazon. But I'm happy that it arrived with it anyway. But before this, I'd only owned a crappy like DVD of I Drink Your Blood. I'm happy to finally grab this one and put it in the collection. It also includes 2 bonus features, 2 bonus movies. I Eat Your Skin, the film that it was paired with as a double feature, and back when it was released in the 70s, and which is on in HD for the first time, and the movie The Blue Sextant. It's the director David Dirksen's long-lost psychedelic shocker presented for the very first time on home video. And it has the original ending and deleted scenes and everything, and again, the only copy I ever had was some cheap, crappy copy, so to get this, it's definitely really cool in comparison. Down to the last 2 items, actually. This went by a lot faster than I expected it to. I got Sicario on Blu-ray. This is a movie from last year that I saw it at like the beginning of this year. I rented it from Redbox, and I absolutely loved it. It is a dark, very interesting, twisted little kind of thriller film. I would almost say it's a kind of psychological thriller. It's just great. If you like Benicio del Toro, if you like Emily Blunt, if you like, I think, yeah, Josh Brolin, you will most likely enjoy this movie. It's from the guy who directed Prisoners from a few years back with Gerard Butler and Jake Gyllenhaal, which was another very, very good film. And finally, last but certainly not least in the Blu-rays is The Revenant. I upgraded to the Blu-ray because the Blu-ray was like $5, and I couldn't turn that down. It comes with a documentary about the making of the film, which is very interesting. And The Revenant is a great, great movie. I personally think is absolutely fantastic, and it's very beautifully shot. From the director who gave us Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance, which is another great, great film for different reasons. The one last thing I gotta point out that is new that I have gotten my hands on recently is this poster right here. I'm not gonna like zoom in on it or anything, but you can kind of tell. It's a Hotline Miami poster in the style of a kind of classic 70s or 80s exploitation film, very much like the poster for Maniac, except it is Jacket holding a baseball bat, and a bloody baseball bat, and the chicken mask. I said I wasn't gonna zoom in, but fuck it. But yeah. That is it for this Blu-ray DVD VHS collection update. I'm Biscuit Boo, Horror Reviews, signing off. Peace.